আপনারা দেখছেন টকিং পয়েন্ট।
সৌজন্যে মাহবুব এন্ড কো অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টস।
Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking to our distinguished guest today, Dr. Aneena Hussain, about her repatriation from Pakistan to Bangladesh. They were taken care of by the International Red Cross. Unader shonge gechen onek senior army officers, air force officers, and senior civilian officers. When you reached Dhaka, how was your welcome, and what was your own feeling about going back to a country that you had left was not independent, and now you went again back and you had a feeling of freedom, an independent country, Bangladesh?
We both, myself, my husband, my brothers and their family were so excited.
How old was your daughter at that time?
My daughter was only 1 year. Not even 1 year, 9 months. She born in 73 and we came back in 74. And when we reached Dhaka airport, we were so excited, and when we got down from the aircraft, because we were traveling, broad daylight, and it was so bright day, and we traveled by what they call Red Cross, International Red Cross plane. It's just an ordinary plane. There was nothing, no special, no luxury. But we didn't have any problem. But when we landed in Dhaka, our air chief, ABM Bashar, came to receive us from aircraft, and then he took us to, we were being taken to air base, and আমরা ওখানে ছিলাম সারা কিছুক্ষণ, আমাদের খাওয়ার টাওয়ার দিল, তারপরে ডিসাইড করলো কে কোথায় যাবে, অপশন আমাদের কাছ থেকেই নিল যে কে কোথায় যাবে। তা আমাদেরকে লোকালি এয়ারফোর্স অ্যাকোমোডেশন দিয়েছিল, যে তোমাদের যদি কোথাও যাওয়ার জায়গা না থাকে তোমরা এয়ারফোর্স অ্যাকোমোডেশন এখন থাকো, পরে ডিসাইড হবে আস্তে আস্তে। We went to my sister's house. We stayed there for a few days. In Dhaka. And after that we had our own house and all that. And আমরা যখন আসলাম, my husband was naturally out of job. He didn't have job. I'm qualified doctor, but without any job. But by the grace of God, I got a job in IPGM and our Institute of Postgraduate Medicine and Research. Then now it called Bangabandhu Medical University.
You reached there from West Pakistan, from Karachi, you went to Dhaka. You reached there on 4th of January.
Yes.
And on 8th of January, you were in business. You were offered a job.
Yeah.
That was not bad.
It was very good. I was so lucky. By the grace of God, all Allah's wish. And I got the job, though it was not government job, it was honorary job. But I used to get money from the PG hospital fund, and my husband was reinstated to his own job.
He was absorbed in
his own job, but he was not promoted straight away.
Right.
But it took about 2 years to get his due promotion.
You were away from Bangladesh, away in West Pakistan, in Lahore, but was your family, any other member, involved in the liberation war?
Of course. My own family, my one nephew, he went to fight in front line in Sector 3, I think. He was working with Khalid Musharraf, Sector 2, General Khalid Musharraf, and my sister's eldest son, and my cousin brothers. There were few young boys from our family. They were involved in freedom fighter and they were killed. By the grace of God, my nephew was not killed, but he came back. But he was very, very upset and depressed after the liberation, because what he expected out of this fighting, he probably thought that he didn't get it. He didn't. It was not out of his expectation.
Well, he was not alone, because a lot of people expected a lot of things, but obviously
he was very
everything
upset.
does not happen.
It didn't happen to him, but by the grace of God he survived, and after that he coped with the situation.
Did he continue in the army, or?
No, he didn't. He was a university student at the time when he joined this liberation war. After that he completed his education, and now he is in a business field of business. But he is doing all right now. Otherwise, my parents were in Dhaka, not in Dhaka, in Sirajganj. By the grace of God, they were not being killed. Our properties were destroyed because they looked for us. But my father was only in the property. My mother was away from the.
They were destroyed by the Pakistani
forces. Yeah.
Because they penetrated into the villages, and whatever they could find that was destroyable, it was destructed.
Yeah. But physically, none of the other member of the family personal loss. No, not in Bangladesh, not in Pakistan either. Alhamdulillah.
You lived in Bangladesh until 81, you said, or 80?
Yes, I was in.
You went to Australia from there.
I was working in PG Hospital, and that is a postgraduate institute. I studied there as well, did research, and I did my MPhil by doing research. After that, I got assistant professorship in PG Hospital. And I got a scholarship to Australia in 1981.
What did you study in Australia?
Medical parasitology in Brisbane University, Queensland. And then there I was only for 10 months and came back. While I came back from Australia, I got the scholarship.
Did you obtain any professional qualification from there?
Yeah, it is. I got the diploma on medical parasitology certificate course. And then from there I came back.
Back to your post at PG?
PG. And then I got that assistant professorship. And when I joined as assistant professor in PG, I got this scholarship, Commonwealth scholarship to come to London, England, England St. Thomas's Hospital. And I came in September 1981 here, and since then I'm in England, living in England with my daughter.
Let's get back to Dhaka, retrace our steps here. How was the life in 1974? Oh, sorry, 74, yes, 74 you reached there.
When actually we expected that we will be with freedom, we'll have a good time.
You had a small baby
small baby, and whatever we expected, it was not that. We couldn't achieve. I mean, we didn't have that kind of facilities, but it was a crisis, lot of chaos, and food supply was not enough, especially baby food. And I found life was very hard. And especially when you come from other country without nothing, we didn't have anything with us. Then we had to
you had in Pakistan, it was
we had to leave everything there in Pakistan. যখন আসলাম বাংলাদেশে তখন খালি হাতে আসলাম, কিচ্ছু নাই। তারপরে পিজি হাসপাতালে বাই দি গ্রেস অফ গড পিজি হাসপাতালে একটা চাকরি পেলাম, স্বামী আমার এয়ারফোর্সে থাকলো, তারপরে তো বাড়ি হলো, but it was very hard, very hard to.
When did this unfortunate incident took place that your husband lost his life? See, when was that? That was sometime 1977, isn't it?
77, yes. My husband was naturally working for Bangladesh Air Force, and always worked as a radar controller. And when Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib was killed, after that all the Air Force officers were replaced. I mean, displaces or replaces.
Yes.
They were scattered all over. They were standing
Yep.
everywhere. My husband was posted as a security in charge of airport, airport security in charge. He was, his designation was deputy director of security in charge of airport.
What was his designation at that time?
He was wing commander at the time.
Commander.
And naturally he was posted in airport, traveling in a special task force. With special task force, all the flight, international flight, he used to control their security. During that time, in 1977, one day he was on duty, 3 days in fact. They were in duty, 12 officers in airport, while there was a hijacking plane from Charlie Airlines. Japanese Airlines came and landed in Dhaka airport. And they were negotiating with the hijackers and Japan government, the authority. And then there was, God knows who these people were. There was a
random shooting.
Random shooting, started random shooting, and 12 officers and other employee of airport employee, a lot of people was killed there.
They lost their lives.
Lost their lives in airport. And my
was
husband
there any
was,
inquiry about that?
they published, they didn't, they said that at that time the political situation in Dhaka was so bad. Everybody was so scared to ask what is happening, what is happening. They said that, oh, we are doing, I mean, I as a officer's wife, army officer's wife, I was very annoyed with the defense service. I went to President's house and I had 2-3 interview with President himself. He was, I must say that he was very kind, and he was very patient to hear us, all the widows. We went all widows in a group, and he was
Sympathetic.
taken. And but this is to say that we are doing something, but never, we didn't see anything published that who were those people.
But as usual, nothing came out of the inquiry.
No, nothing. Either nothing came out of the inquiry, or they didn't publish it. Let us know. I don't know yet. Still, I don't know.
What happened?
What's happened?
Was there any compensation for that?
নিয়াজ ভাই এত সুন্দর কথা জিজ্ঞেস করলেন। কম্পেনসেশন 25,000 টাকা দিয়েছিল প্রেসিডেন্টস ফান্ড থেকে টু অল দিস উইডোজ। এটা হলো স্পেশাল কম্পেনসেশন। আর আমরা ডিমান্ড করেছিলাম যে আমাদের থাকার জায়গা নাই, অফিসার আমাদের এয়ারফোর্সের বাড়ি ছেড়ে তো দিতে হলো 4 মাস 4 দিন পরে, 10 দিন পরে, আমাদের ইদ্দত পিরিয়ডের পরে বাড়ি ছেড়ে দিতে হলো। তখন তারা বলল ঠিক আছে, তোমরা যার যার চেষ্টায় বাড়ি নাও, আমরা তোমাদের প্লট দেব। তো আমাদের এই 6 জন উইডোকে তারা 6টা প্লট দিয়েছিল প্রেসিডেন্ট সাহেব এয়ারফোর্স থেকে। সেই প্লটগুলো এয়ারফোর্স এরিয়াতে ডিফেন্স হাউজিং সোসাইটিতে দিয়েছিল 5-6টা প্লট। এছাড়া আমি পার্সোনালি তো আর কোনো কিছু পাই নাই। তবে ওই ল্যান্ডটাও যে আমাকে দিয়েছে, যেহেতু আই ওয়াজ ওয়ার্কিং পার্সন, আই ওয়াজ ওয়ার্কিং, আমাকে পয়সা দিয়ে কিনতে হয়েছিল। নট দি হোল, মানে
not the entire amount.
Not the entire amount, but I had to pay for that plot.
Well, at this point, we'll have to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue with this very interesting discussion of settling down in Bangladesh right after the independence. Thank you, viewers, for being with us, and don't go away. We'll be back soon with Dr. Aneena Hussain. Thank you.
আপনারা দেখছেন টকিং পয়েন্ট।
সৌজন্যে মাহবুব অ্যান্ড কো অ্যাকাউন্টেন্টস।